Hey guys, Shiggy here, aka G, welcome to another top 5 GTA episode, and this one's going to be focusing on top 5 modified cars, and this is going to be from my personal list. If you guys have a different list, let me know in the comments below. If you guys think I've missed out any other cars in the game that you think deserve to be in this list, also let me know with your own list in the comments below. Now in this episode, we're going to be focusing on the cars which I personally think has the most attraction and appeal with the exterior, with a lot of changes from the pre-customized version to the fully customized version, where you sort of say to yourself, oh my goodness me, I wasn't really expecting that. You get gobsmacked and you be like, oh shit, that actually looks really nice and looks completely different to the original version of the car. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like if you do. I'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get right into it. So coming in at the number 5 spot, we got Franklin's Buffalo. There's actually two different versions for this Buffalo. The version that you're looking at right now is just Franklin's Buffalo. It's unique for himself just because of his unique design that he's got on the rear side of this car. And the rear is slightly dented inwards with the rear lights going with that long strip on the top of the rear. So that's pretty cool. It's got a lot of modifications as well. The other version of the Buffalo is just generic, which you can find on the GTA 5 streets, and it doesn't have that design at the back, but elsewhere it's sort of similar to this version, so that's pretty cool. But this version's got a lot of modifications available just because it's Franklin's unique car, and it's one of the strongest cars in the game actually, and it's categorized within the sports section. At first I thought this was a muscle car because in real life we know it as the Dodge Charger. The Dodge Charger in real life is a muscle car. So with that being said, you know, the first instinct is going to be a muscle car. But no, this is actually categorized in this as the sports car in this game. So I was kind of surprised at first. And it's going to be a perfect example of a clip of why this is one of the strongest cars in the game. And it can sort of survive huge, very high impacts like this. Where usually with other cars, you'd sort of just explode and die. For some reason, in this case, I end up going out the door. Alright, so coming into the number 4 spot, we got the Maybach Penumbra. At first I thought this was the 2007 Nissan 350Z, but then I was corrected. This is actually in fact the Mitsubishi, but then again you can say from some angles this has some resemblance to the Nissan 2007 350Z. So anyway, at first you'd sort of think to yourself, looking at from the original version that we saw at first, the black version, you wouldn't really expect a lot of modifications for this car. That's sort of your first thoughts. That's probably in fact was my first thoughts, right? But then I went into the mod shop, and the initial reaction was insane. Like all these options given, which some other cars you'd expect to have don't have. So this game is different in that way and slightly weird as well. But this one's got a lot of spoilers, skirts, bumpers, hoods. You name it, all sorts of customizable options. However, it's such a weak car. You can just see, for a perfect example, bang, it explodes compared to our Buffalo. But anyway, moving on to the number 3 spot, we have in Ponte Phoenix. This is another muscle car, and you'd expect not a lot of modifications from just by looking at it. But then again, when you actually get into it, quite common for the muscle cars in this game for modifications to be quite a lot for some reason compared to the other cars we've driven and other types of cars. This one's got a humongous spoiler, which is insane, and it makes the car driftable in that sense. It's just very lightweight and you can easily skid about on the road just because of the design of this spoiler. And you can see the front hood as well. It's got that huge engine there. Anyway, moving on to the number 2 spot, we got the benefactor feltzer. This had to be an amazing spot for the number 2. An amazing car, first of all. It's already pre-customized in a sense and for its default layout, and then we got all these other options for skirts, bumpers, spoilers, which just makes it a huge looking beast. It's amazing. I'm in love with this spoiler. Some people may disagree, it's down to your taste, but this spoiler on this car just makes it. Even the skirts, the bumpers itself, the fenders on the tires of the tire arches, it's just perfect. I love everything about this car. It's driftable. It is slightly heavy, obviously, due to the fact that there's so much on this car that's just laying it down. This is a perfect little course there, just to show you the amazing handling and the capabilities of that car. So anyway, moving on to the number 1 spot, this had to be it, the Korean Sultan. Korean Sultan we know from the previous GTAs for GTA 4. It's a normal looking car, looks like the Lexus, sort of make sure the Subaru as well. Next thing you know, you customize it, it just turns into a freaking rally car. You've got spoilers, got roll cages inside. The rims look amazing with the car. It's just sort of fitted the whole sort of the front bumper change as well to its own custom looking thing. Everything about the skirts, yet again, so many common things about all these cars, but this one has to be it with the visuals. It just looks beautiful from all sorts of angles, which will show right here. So let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know what your list would look like. Would you guys keep it the same? Would you guys agree? Would you guys disagree? Please let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. This is the Korean Sultan for number 1 spot for this episode. It's made #1 spots for quite a few episodes actually, for a lot of the features of this car. That's just absolutely insane. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Check it out. Good night, peace. Yay! Don't forget to subscribe for more. Alright, so one last rant video for Call of Duty Ghost. I know you guys find this annoying, but here's the thing, okay? I need to show you guys this. This was just beautiful in a sarcastic way. The amazing